bitch start running down the street screaming,
Jared! Jared! Fucking Jared.
Jared's ass was nowhere to be found. So she called him while she was still running down the street. Jared answers. Hey, what's up? Y'all done? She said,
Bitch, Z told you never to leave us. Where are you?
He says, I'm at the gas station. I was thirsty. I thought she was gonna be a minute. Zola's still running. She don't even know where the fuck she going, but anywhere but there. So she tells Jared,
they snatched her, dude. Come get me, and I'm calling the police.
Jared pulls up a minute later like, don't call the cops, yo. Call Z. Zola like,
call Z. He gonna beat everybody's ass. You wasn't supposed to leave.
And Jared like, well, you have a gun, so if you call the cops, you're going down too. So she looking like,
shit, you right.
So Zola calls Z to tell him what happened. Z was on fire. He was so mad, his deep African accent came out. Now y'all know he was mad. She couldn't even understand that guala guala shit. So she thinking to herself,
damn, we might as well enjoy our last breaths, cause we good as dead.
So shortly after, Z pulls up like, let's go. So Zola said,
I'ma stay here, y'all can go.
Z said,
hey, I'm not in the mood right now. Come the fuck on, now.
So they all on their way towards the room. Zola and Jared wait on the side of the hall where they couldn't see anything, but they could hear everything. Z knocks on the door. A man says,
who is it?
Z says,
where's my bitch, man?
Then the man says,
ain't no bitch here, bruh.
Z says,
open the door.
Guess who opens the fucking door? The nigga with the dreads that Jared was smoking with at the cheap ass motel. Nigga. So the guy says to Z,
come in and check.
Z motioned to Zola and Jared to stay hidden. Z goes in the room and Drez was in there by herself. Z sits on the bed with his strap out and says,
where's she at, man?
Drez says,
since she wants to still work for my girls, she clearly want to be here with us, bro.
Still no sign of Jess. So Z goes to the closet and busts the door open. And the bitch is in there, tied up and knocked the fuck out. Mikey Drez says,
hey, bro, I got 20K for her right now, and all is forgiven.
So Z says,
nigga, we made more than 20K this weekend alone. Get out of here.
Drez says,
bruh, I'm gonna tell you just like this, man. My partner's downstairs, and I ain't finna just let y'all walk out here with that bitch like that.
Z says,
yeah, alright, we'll see.
At this point, Zola can't see shit because of how she's positioned, but she can hear everything. Next thing Zola knows, she hears scuffling, and then a gun goes off. Once again, Zola's scary ass took off running. She took off down the hall and through the back. His bitch ass took off too. They some running scared asses, I tell you. Keep staying the fuck away from me. I can't stand no scary asses. Shortly after was Z coming out with Jess over his shoulder. He threw Jess in the car and hopped in the driver's seat. Zola hopped in the car with Z and Jared hopped in the other car. And they got the hell up out of there. Zola crying like,
what happened?
Z said,
that nigga reached for his piece, so I shot him in his face, man.
Zola's panicking, but still trying to keep it together. They got back to the hotel, packed their shit, and checked out. Bitch, they got the fuck on. They went to Z and his fiance's condo. That thing was shitty sharp. They was living good. Shortly after, Jess wakes up and tells everybody what happened. Apparently, the Florida niggas recognized her from the hotel and set that bitch up. And once they snatched that bitch up, they wanted her to trick for them, but she declined.
This pussy not yours, it's Z's.
Or, check this out. Y'all think Jared set her up? Things that make you go, But y'all, that's just a thought. Not saying that that's the case. Any whore, I digress. When Jess said no, the Florida niggas started to beat her ass for being defiant. That's when Z interrupted. So then they knocked her ass out. Finally, Zola said,
I really gotta go home, y'all. Sorry to kill the mood, but I can't take no more of this.
Jared was on the same page. Z's fiance was in the kitchen counting money. That shit looked like a scene straight out of gangster movie. Straight out of Compton. A crazy motherfucker name. So Z said,
everybody get some sleep. I gotta get rid of this piece. I'll be back.
Then he leaves. They all try to get some sleep. The next morning, Z comes back with tickets for Zola and Jared. Jared says, I'm not leaving Jess here. Not after last night. She has a daughter and she needs to be home. Z says,
nah, bruh. We making money.
So Zola thinking to herself like,
with a black eye, a busted lip, and some Florida niggas on their top, they still trying to trap?
So then Zola said,
I mean, I'm ready, so I'm ready.
Then Jess says,
Don't even worry about it. I'll be fine, Jared. I'll be fine. I'll be home in like 3 days, I promise.
Jared crazy ass start punching himself again. Then Jared says, come with me, Jess, or I'm gonna kill myself. Then Zola says,
I'm about to go to the car. Y'all hurry up because fuck this.
so now Jared is literally bawling his eyes out, breaking down. Y'all remember when Derek Luke was in the car crying on Friday Night Lights? That's how that nigga looked. I don't know nothing else. What I'ma do about my shit? What I'ma do about my shit? He was crying hysterically. That shit was intense. And Jess beat up ass was trying to console him. Zola had to do it with her shit like, bitch, I'm ready. Jared randomly stops crying, like instantly. Then says, so you're not gonna come? Jess says,
No, Jared, I can't.
this nigga Jared runs towards the balcony and jumps off.